writing our aspirations and contributions. Welcome to a new morning show. I'd like to start with an apology. I woke up with this on top of my mind. I'm not sure if you have been watching an Instagram live. I have not been able, negation acknowledged, to see who's watching, if there's any comments or any of that, because I thought that it was just gonna go in afterwards. So my apologies. All I want to do is interact with you guys. So if you're on Instagram, I love you so much and thank you for anything you have mentioned. And we're gonna fix this little bug very soon. I know this is new in StreamYard. It literally just started in January. Oh my gosh, Parks and Rec. Any Parks and Rec people in here in the house? What is the name of the character who says literally? So let me know if you're a fan of Parks and Rec. And today is now it's wake up. It's the first of the month. Yes, it is. It is the 1st of February, 2024. And we like to call a throwback. And shout out to Leslie who sent me this video. I know Jimmy's been wanting to do it, but he's still in the cafeteria, aka our kitchen. He wanted to watch it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play it. The only thing I'm not gonna play the music. No music. Okay. Let me just pause for a second because we're gonna just keep it muted. All right. This is what is her handle? 80s Dean Nice. That's funny. Okay. Anyway, so let's play with that music. You know what I could do? I could play my own music. Let's see. What's a throwback song? Babe, are you still here? I mean, Weatherman. Oh my gosh, did I call the Weatherman babe? Unprofessional. All right, let's do this song. I like this one. It's a fun one. It's not light. It's a fun one. All right. So I'm sure he's getting in the Weathermobile. And I'm also going to refresh for the Instagram one. Hopefully, guys, I'll be able to see you. Oh, shout out to Instagram. I know it's somewhere in here. But, okay. I'm going to go ahead and play it. He's going to have to watch the replay. Here we go.
Oh, I feel so alive.
Oh, I think he's here. Now let's pause. Zito!
Hey, Zito.
On your way.
I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day.
All right, so I'm gonna just continue so far in Throwback Memories. We got the Tangle Chords back in the day. And I believe waiting for your computer or your game to download. And now we're in family members taping over your favorite movies. Well, you were the only child. Did you retape on top of yours?
No one else understood how to use the VCR.
Oh, okay. Only you.
Only me.
I know there's a tape around your dance show. Oh my God. I give anything to watch this. Guys, Staten Island, somewhere in the 80s. Jimmy was tricked to go in a Taekwondo class, but he ended up in dance and was on the show. Okay? He broke the tape. Babe, why did you do that?
If it's not documented, it never happened.
Nah, well, before we go on with that, what's the weather, man?
It is cool and crisp today. It is currently, according to my car, 52 degrees. Please get outside and enjoy your time in this great Florida weather if you're in Florida. If you're not in Florida, I don't know what your weather is. I don't care that enough to look it all up. So just look out your window, look at your phone.
Oh wow! Please apologize while he's rude and he chews bread. Okay, back to back
I
to
got,
the.
I got caught off guard. I got caught off guard. I'm usually like not this early.
All right, let's watch the rest with music, and then we'll talk a little bit, and then we get into writing our aspirations and contributions. Here we go.
Cause I found my way.
And please drive. Don't be looking.
In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my
CPR
way.
eating them.
Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way. My way. My way. Found my way. My way. Cause I found my way. My way. My way. Found my way. My way. I found my way. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way. My way. My way. Found my way. My way. Cause I found my way.
All right, now it's a rewind.
Found my way. My way. I found my way.
I think Jimmy likes the song. All right, we are back. Okay, so I know you were driving, but you guys were not driving. So for those who saw it, oh, you did see some?
No, well, we're assuming. We don't know if they're not driving.
Oh, they could be driving. I know some people really want us to do a podcast versus a video. We could, right? We could. I mean, I do get all the recordings from StreamYard. Send me a message, drop it in the comments if you want this on a podcast, a new morning show podcast edition. That's what I want. Yes, but he's still chewing, everybody. He is.
Sorry, I'm hungry. I'm a growing boy.
Huh?
I'm a growing boy.
You're still growing?
Yes.
All right, my favorite one is the buying of film. Oh goodness, I got so much film. I took a photography class in FIU, and that was so cool that I was able to go in that red room, like to develop the films and take black and white pictures. Shout out to Vanessa, Massage Mom. She was one of the models. Her, Tammy, my sister. I got Susie too. It's so much fun. So much fun to take photographs. So yeah, so I remember that. The other one was using a dictionary instead of Alexa or Hey Siri. When we were more disciplined. Oh no, excuse me, Siri wants to assist me. We were more disciplined on Saturday mornings, cutting off the electricity, and I was looking for the dictionary. So I was made fun of because I grabbed the wrong reference book. What book did I grab, honey? Oh, he's still chewing. Yeah. But anyway, I remember that. How many of you had an encyclopedia back at home? Yeah. Anyway, I didn't play much video games, so I can't relate to the rest. I'm sure Jimmy could, or maybe you could. Drop it in the comments which one stood out for you. All right, Zito, I got some dad jokes for you. All right. Huh?
All right.
Oh, righty then. Okay.
Oh God.
What did one candle say to the other?
Um, I don't know.
Hey, do you want to go out tonight?
Oh God.
Oh, classic. I do find myself I find myself funny. Even though these are not my jokes, okay? I
That's a
forget
fresh.
now.
That's a fresh candle.
Ah, that was good. We could do something about Fresh Prince. Hilarious. Okay, we already did the weather, so we're gonna get right into still on the quote of the day. We're talking about habits, right? So we could get a rah rah, yay, energy is really good. Again, it will last for a few days. Unless you're actually doing it every day where you're like priming and doing things to get you motivated. I like it every Monday because that's like the toughest, especially after coming from a nice weekend getaway or anything like that. You're like, oh, why? So, anyway, so why not stack conditions under a favor? And the whole thing, and again, I'm putting this blog that you could check it out in the comments. We talked about gratitude. We have that one too. Yesterday we were talking about the diss, and now I want to answer your question, Zito, because I said I was gonna pause about the diss. Okay, so I hopefully you guys could view this. Okay, so this is his website, and so like I googled the diss assessment, and get your personalized behavior profile, and he does talk about that the diss assessment was developed by psychologist William Moulton Marston. So it wasn't him. So he's enhancing this assessment. And so the colors for that, the red being dominance, the yellow being influence, the green stability, and the blue compliance. Yeah, and if you think of like corporate America, it's like having all the colors, it's what makes a powerful team, right? So we're all the reds out there. If you think you could do it by yourself, well, let's think again, because there's so much. Why I love the Strength Finder, because one of the things it does is like it really encourages you to collaborate for synergy, for harmony. And for us Reds out there, harmony is most likely one of the last things that we want, because it all. Right. So anyway, so that's your answer. How was that, sir? Did that answer your pregunta yesterday?
It is true that the last thing you want is harmony.
Tell me more.
I'm usually like, okay, relax. It's not worth it. Like, they don't need to see the truth right now.
I want
Like,
the truth.
how do you even know that you know the truth?
Yeah, yeah. You and someone else, without saying her name, she one day, I'll never forget, she bought a gift. She goes, this is I'm bringing a gift of peace. And I'm like, what? No, I'm just kidding. I didn't throw it away.
You wanted to.
I wanted to, because I was too angry. But I remember it because this person's a really green person, and conflict, it's the last thing she wants. So it was such a reminder about, yeah, well, I take myself way too seriously. I'm like really wind up tight in here. So time to let go. So thanks for letting everybody that absolutely harmony was the last thing that I want. Now I want team, but it's most likely because I want to lead the team. So but anyway, yeah, so getting let's get real with ourselves. I mean, that's really what I see and what he talks about. He's like, if you click on the video, actually, why don't I put this in the comments since we've been talking about this for the past 3 days? If you click on the video, his number one goal or intention with this book, it's self-awareness. So check out his website and buy the book. I believe you could buy a search from there. We'll see. I know Amazon, especially if you have Prime, you get it in 2 days and all that. So whatever's most convenient and best for you. All right. So I know this was really quick yesterday. We were talking about. Okay, I see. We're not in the slide that I want. Yesterday we were talking about the things that we noticed. Did you do this? Excuse me. Did you do the exercise, Jimmy?
Oh yes.
Hold on a second. Look at the camera. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hi, puppy. You want to be in the camera? So that word notice, I know, has been, especially with your red, such a cooling, watery touch to the fire because it's more curious. It's more about stop thinking that you're always right. So it's like pausing for a second. Can you guys see the puppy? All right. Sit, 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 lay down. If you have not checked out, she's still all what is the word? Pumped up. She had a magician that visited us last night. And
I
she
didn't
wants
visit
more of
y'all.
this
I live there.
magician. What?
I didn't visit y'all. I live there.
So if you following us on Instagram, you know what we're talking about. And if you want us to share it, just drop it in the comments. I'll share it tomorrow on Family Friday because that's what I had planned to do. But anyway,
It's one of those videos where people try and trick their dog that they're disappearing with a blanket. And ever since I've seen it on TikTok, I guess maybe like a year or two now at this point. This might have even been pandemic times when I discovered TikTok. I've been trying to do this, and like I'm so bad at the disappearing part. Like I trip over things, I run into walls, I never can just move fast enough to get.
yeah, I have a theory of why, but I'll let Jimmy discover that.
What's all right, yeah, probably better.
Yeah, it's probably better that I keep it off the live record out of the broadcast this morning. But yeah, actually, you did do it one time on Instagram because I remember Peruchita. Shout out to Naked Flavors out there. She was cracking up like somewhere along the lines. You need more practice.
Yeah.
So this was your second attempt, and I do plan to put it on TikTok. Anyway, all right, Reds. Oh, what was that?
I do want to say, in trying new
Yes.
things, sometimes it's fun to suck at stuff. Like if you can get your head around, hey, I'm going to be terrible about this and it's going to be hysterical. It kind of like helps. You know, just do the thing, try the thing. You know, don't be. I've known so many people that like if they're not instantly good at something that they wanted to do, they're just like, oh, I have no talent for this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know? Maybe they bought the expensive musical instrument, or they paid for like one class, or they bought the gear, and they're like, I'm not good at this.
I'm done. Yeah. Oh, that's your green right there speaking. Yeah. Thank you for sure. I was such a sore loser growing up. My cousins my sister someone's gonna say, yeah, so bad. I mean, and it really it took like one song, the This House song, to shift that. Like that was so powerful to me, which I'm going to transition, if it's okay with you, into today's topic, which is aspiration and contribution. And also to your point the other day, about reflection because um music can also, it's kind of like that motivation, that when something clicks when you make a decision. So it did happen with that, but I have been journaling since, man, for a long time. But anyway, music makes me lose control. Music makes me lose control. Okay, it's Throwback Thursday, and I'm allowed to throw you 90s songs. Okay, um, it's about spark. Oh my gosh, what is that? Spark is what brings you joy. And I do have my favorite one. Music is my life. Yeah, lots of decisions have been made. I do get inspired, motivated. And when I've been rewriting songs ever since I can remember, and the song that I just recently talked about, This House, that song, well, hey, let me pause 1 second. Because English is my second language, it started not on purpose. I literally would change the words because I couldn't understand. And Jimmy has a few examples because when we were dating, there was a song. It was hilarious. Anyway, let's go back. Let's bring it back, Patty. Okay, so I love rewriting, and so then music in that sense became even more ingrained to put it all together. So anyway, so my question for you today, and hopefully, actually, let's make this nice and big. This is over on our website, but go ahead and read it. What is your spark? I'm dying to know. If you could close your eyes and throw yourself, because it's Throwback Thursday, when you were a child, when you were a teen, when you were in middle school, you felt that joy, that energy from the thing that you did. Maybe that was a video game in the first video we watched. Or maybe it was I don't know. What was that thing? You're like, what? Yes. I'm gonna read a few. They're not mine. They're all like from it. Some are mine, some Jimmy's, so people that I know. Okay, I am a poet at heart. Numbers are my game. I am a creator. I am alive when I organize. I want to research for the rest of my life. That's Jimmy. Designing is what my soul desires. Math every day, all day. So those are some examples. And whatever does inspire you, or maybe you already know. If you're a red, you wrote it down, and you're like, let's move on. Waste a show. But if you're still here with us, again, I invite you to take pen and paper. And I want to give kudos to my husband because um I'm always asking him since we were dating, what's your goal? What's your intention? Shout out to Kayla. What are we gonna do? Let's talk about our dreams. That's been big. So he did start our little notebook. I love compositions notebooks. So he started this. He actually started this, and I felt that this was such a kickoff to, I believe, let's see. I want to say this is 2007, around that time. I believe this is when he had either, I mean, do you remember what year was this, before you had resigned from the Y, or while you were at the Y? Do you remember?
2007. We weren't.
No. This is no 2017. Sorry. Thank you.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I was still at the Y. I was,
Okay.
youth and family director. I enjoyed being a youth and family director. I felt like I was good at being a youth and family director, but it wasn't what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Mhm.
So it was a moment, it was a season, it was for a reason.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Boy.
yeah. And it was great, but I needed to make some changes.
Mhm.
And there were other, I think pressures being in that role. What?
Sorry, I thought you meant the pressure was from me.
Oh,
which is
well,
most likely.
that's like a given. It's like if there was like a visual representation of a like life coach pep talk, like I think some people like, oh, Patty's so inspiring, like she's so positive, you must get so much done. It's like, no, 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 she's like that like all the time. Like she wakes up, it's like pressure. You can't even like complain about anything without like getting the pressure to take ownership for something. I'm like, I was just complaining about the rain. What do you want me to do about the rain?
I get crazy with the ownership part.
And like,
No,
well,
but
what are
it's
you
so
gonna
true.
do about it? Are you gonna just sit and like be wet in the rain and grumpy, or are you gonna go and get an umbrella? Take out a piece of paper.
No, guys, he's such a star. He exaggerates, but yeah, facts, facts, facts. But he does exaggerate. Jeez, yeah, for sure. I thought that's all I wanted to do was I just want to motivate, activate, right? Tony Robbins. Oh, I'm like all of it, and I'm like, wait a minute, right? Marrying Jimmy was like, wait. That's great that you want to influence. It's great that you want to activate. It's awesome, right? And you're going to drive yourself insane. And so, for not to get insane, then you reassess and then you invite people versus get that pen and paper. Although you catch me in some trainings, I do get people getting the pen and paper. I remember your aunt mentioned because I had like for Jimmy's 40th birthday, I had like how many guests do we have? Like 40, 50 people. I had pen and paper. They're all doing activity. It was hilarious. But anyway, yeah, that was my motto. That's all I wanted to do. And I'm realizing that again, the motivation is temporary. If I really want to equip someone, I want to teach about habits. And this whole week it's been about that, right? The habit of self-reflection. So, but yeah, thanks, Jimmy. Thanks for throwing me right under the bus. No, but this is what I love. Okay, so let's go back to the slide in here and then back to Jimmy's notebook. Because when Jimmy met me, all I did a lot besides just journaling my thoughts was vision boards. That's all I did. Like I've had a vision board ever since I was maybe 19 years old or something like that. And so when he took this out, this is like for all the blues out there, he's so methodical. He just did one page for each one. Babe, do you want me? I'll just share mine because I know I keep wanting to throw you under the bus all the time. So, but I'll do mine. So he did it something like this where he highlighted the goal on the top and he went to the next page. So then, which is really cool because he's like that. I've always been like big vision, but blues, man, compliance, methodical, analytical, critical. It's good for that combination because you could stay on the big picture and then struggle on your day to day. So I love that. And that was like perfect timing because now what I did, I just started writing and just checking in because I made it my mission to be more disciplined because I was sick and tired of writing, of creating spreadsheets for the YMCA, for the other nonprofits that I worked at. And I was like, what about me? Right. So, anyway, took a 2 a.m. visit to the hospital for me to wake up. So, anyway, point being, that is not in my nature to be methodical. And this notebook was a really nice kickoff to write something, write a little bit about it, and turn the page. So we had talked about it. I don't even know what I had mentioned to Jimmy. He like listened to me. I see a lot of blues do this, right? The blue behavior. They just watch you, especially you're a talkative yellow, just like staring at you like you're some kind of like alien from a different planet. And then he goes, got it. And he went away. Like he didn't do it next to me, with me. He's a very solo worker. And I'm like, come on, nerd out with me. Like come and join. I did 2 desks so he could join me. He's never sat in one of them ever.
Yes, I have.
Once since we moved here.
I lay down on a couch when we meet.
Oh, guys. Oh, if you're red, how devastating is to have a meeting and someone's laying on the couch.
Reclining.
What?
Reclining.
Reclining. I was like, "Are you at the Last Supper?" Like, what up, son? Anyway, it's so different how we work. And Das is like mandatory. He's like, give me a pillow and let me put my leg up. So you can see the dynamics. So for those who ever wonder, oh, you're so lucky you work with Jimmy. I'm like, well, we work very differently.
I can be the worst.
Say again?
I said I can be the worst.
For each other, right? Yeah. But
Well,
anyway,
I
thank
have
you,
a way
Jimmy.
of doing things, and that's my way, and
Mhm.
I need to do it that way. So
Yeah. So for all the colors out there, today is about writing our aspirations and contribution because a lot of it in here too, goals and dreams is how we want to give back or what do we want to add to humanity. So it's writing that down. So you could do Jimmy's way, grab a notebook, title, the thing on the top, I put founder and CEO. Nowadays I don't like the word founder. I do like CEO. And I had lifestyle coach, videographer, business owner, traveler, host, athlete, dancer, pilot, right? All of the artists, like, and I believe I did share this in this show. So not from here, but I believe I showed you my pictures in it, right? So having that combination of seeing your dreams daily, activating that pen to paper, get inspired, put some music on, and let us know in the comments, whether here in YouTube, on Facebook, or on Instagram. And the puppy is crying. I'm sure she's got to go do the poop roops. But anyway, anything else you like to add, Zito?
yeah, I think it's important to write this down.
Hold on. I want to close up as you say that.
It's important to write this down. Get out your pen and paper. Um, you, but I often find for myself personally,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
tend to make these lists like over and over and over again.
Wait, one more time. Something about the list?
I tend to make these lists over and over and over again.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Tell me
like
more.
I remember when we were first getting into like financial freedom and investing,
Okay.
and you know, the first deal that we did ended up being like a deal that we were gonna have to wait a while before we are gonna do a next deal.
Is this the Indiana or?
No, this is the property in Pennsylvania
Okay.
because I wanted a distressed property.
Oh, right. Okay. Hmm.
So yeah, so we had put more money into that one than we would have if it was a distressed property, but we got like a really great solid property. Anyway,
Okay.
uh I remember like wanting to move faster and it like just writing the same list like at least every week of how I was going to accomplish uh, buying more investment properties and how and doing the math, and it's like, but I just kept doing it, with
Mhm.
on paper without actually doing it in real life.
Yeah.
So I do think whatever lowers the boundary of actually getting yourself out there into the real world and doing things is the most important. You
Say that last sentence again.
lowering the bar to entry or the boundary of just
Hmm.
getting you out of your head, even out of your journaling and papering. I don't know, writing things down on paper, to just
Uh-huh.
doing something. Action trumps anything. So just I think it's good to have these things written down, but try and take some action towards it. It's
And
my
how yeah. Okay, so this is good. This is excellent because I'm sure that well, let me ask you this. Before the action, how much of your well, actually, let me just ask you. when did you take action? What happened? Walk us through, because it's not pen and paper for you. Tell us what went from writing it down in steps to taking action.
So for instance, when we have our Monday money meetings,
When he shows up, people. Go on.
and then you're like, okay, the only thing I want you to do, because I can't do this because it's in your name, whatever, is to do these things, X, Y, and Z.
Okay.
Or and to actually do that task takes maybe 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. But then, like, I have to get my playlist out. I have to set my computer up correctly. I need to get my tea. I need to sit down in my spot.
Okay.
I need to, like, organize my thoughts. Okay, what am I doing? What number am I calling?
Okay.
If I have to talk to a person, I have to be like, okay, I have to talk to a person. Okay, I have to talk to a person. Like, you know, what am I going to ask for? What I don't want to call, like, you know, Spectrum and go cheeseburger. You know.
Go on. Your point.
And then eventually, just doing the thing didn't really take that long. And so I do think there's a lot of value in just getting things down on paper, getting your thoughts, what do you really want to do, and then just getting out there and trying something.
How much of your identity or story played into your 40-minute? Because it was hilarious. If you watch Ted Lasso, it was the scene from Ted Lasso going to therapy. It was hilarious. It was rewatching Ted Lasso and watching Jimmy. How much of that prolonged the 40 minutes? Because we're in the first step, Vito, which is to get people to get into a pen and paper, because writing down your goals doesn't mean that it's going to happen. The target is awesome, and that's what we're doing today. The plan, it's what you're talking about, the activity. What are some of those small steps, those things you could do right now, activate? But then the third, you know what the third step for real goal setting is?
Profit.
No, wrong subject. Do you remember? So there's the target, there's the plan. What's the third?
Action.
No, that's part of the plan. It's activating the plan.
I'm not sure.
It's the identity. So it's the identity, it's the story, it's what you believe between the 2 ears that will hesitate those 40 minutes, right? So again, so many people, they start off January, yes, I'm going to go ahead and do this and do that, and then not put gas weekly and expect that they're going to get to that goal without putting in gas. What is gas? Gas is stopping, seeing, measuring things, seeing if those steps are attainable, and reflecting, reassessing. And my dog really wants to go. But anyway, so yeah, Jimmy. So it's like, this is. So thank you for bringing the hesitations for some of the blues and greens out there and wanting to write something. This is the beginning. So what I will say, to you, if you are hesitating to grab the pen and paper, know that this is a process. This is step one. This is only step one to where I plan and where I'm heading with the whole show. This is the beginning. It's actually February, right? So this is week one of, I actually do have a system and a method to get us towards in May. You can, and whatever, shameless plug, you could hire me as your coach. You could also come and show up on this morning show, because my biggest desire and contribution, it's to see people applying and living their best life to the full, knowing their spark. And that's gonna take time, guys. Please know that when you write something, it's not like, oh, I got my spark. After 40, 50 years, pushing it down, like ignoring, like the light is blown out, like you don't care anymore. Like, I want my kid to live their spark. What about yours? So please join the process. Thank you, Jimmy, for talking about the plan and the activation, because that is absolutely key. And if you were in inspired to go ahead and take action, yes, that is part of the plan. So to all of you and Zito, let's get into, oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys can hear the dog, but she hasn't pooped. So I gotta take her out. So go ahead and do one thing. Actually, let's do what Jimmy just said. So if you do know that it's a poem, go buy a notebook. Go get that notebook at Barnes and Noble or wherever you go. Get it, or get a pen. That is one action closer to not doing anything about that dream, poet. Go and share your words, go and share your message with the rest of the world. And with that, we're going to let you go because Jimmy already got to work and Poppy may poop really soon. All
Yep.
right. Bye, guys. We will see you tomorrow.